What's up, everyone? Kyle here. I am super excited to let you all know that my first published book is out now. It's called Travel Tips, a 20-something's comprehensive guide for traveling in the modern world. It's available on DoranceBookstore.com, I believe is the website. It's going to be available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble on their online websites soon as well. And you can also get a copy directly from me. You can just email me at ourtravelexperiences@outlook.com. And we can talk about a book, and I'll get a signed copy to you. I'm super excited to share it with you all. This was a dream come true for me, a bucket list item in the making, and I'm super excited to share it all with you now. So go check it out, everyone. There will be a link in the description below, and enjoy the episode. Welcome, everyone, to Our Travel Experiences. I'm your host, Kyle Rasmussen, and today I have with me my cousin, Ryan. Ryan, how are you today?
Doing great. How about you?
Doing well. I'm excited to hear what your thoughts on the trip that we just took, one of your first big trips. So yeah, it should be a fun conversation.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So what were your kind of thoughts as when I reached out about potentially taking this trip in the first place?
Well, I was very excited for the opportunity. I usually stick to my routine at home, and I've never been that far away from home before. So it was a nice experience, and it got me out of my comfort zone for sure. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. So for all the listeners, we went down to Texas and ended up getting a big tour of Texas, which wasn't really the plan.
It was not the plan.
Yeah, I think, what was it? On Sunday, we drove almost 600 miles.
Yeah, we started in Austin and drove up past Waco, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then ended up going down to Houston and all the way back to Austin to our hotel room. So
yeah,
long day.
Good little mixture of basically all of Texas.
Yeah.
What was it like being on a plane for the first time too?
It was exciting. The first time I ended up with a little bit of headache, but it went away the next day. I wasn't scared at all, not nervous, but it was definitely exciting and new.
Oh.
And I will also like to add, it was my first time on the little train ride in the airport. That was kind of cool too.
Yeah.
That was a lot more fun than my first plane ride.
Yeah, that was a much quicker ride than the 4.5 hour flight.
Yeah.
And then you got to experience the joys of flying, of getting delayed.
Oh gosh.
I think we got to sit on the plane for an extra 45 minutes or an hour.
Yeah, that was painful.
Especially on the way back after you're tired, we just were on that big trip, you just want to go home kind of thing. That's never fun to deal with.
Yeah, that was a long day, especially we already had a late flight to begin with, and the delay was just extra.
Yeah. And we walked, I think, close to 20,000 steps during that day too.
Yep.
And we had to get up early, so yeah, quite the long day, but that's part of travel for sure. So what did you think of Austin, where we spent a good chunk of our time?
It was pretty nice. There's definitely a little bit of a homeless problem there, but overall, it was a nice place. I really enjoyed it. And 6th Street, I believe that's where we spent most of our time that one night. That was really cool, the way they shut down the road and everything, and all the bars in that area. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And it was your 21st birthday.
Yeah, it was.
What was that like, getting to go get a drink in a bar for the first time?
It wasn't the most exciting experience, but it was okay. I'm not that big of a party person or drinker. I didn't find a drink that I liked, unfortunately, but it was okay.
Yeah. Would you go back and do that again?
I would, and I'm not sure I would do much different. We did a lot, and I was happy with it.
Yeah. We went, ended up making a little trip down to Houston because you wanted to go to that gym. What was the name of that gym again?
Alphaland.
Yeah, that was the fanciest gym I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was nice. I've seen pictures online. I follow plenty of gym influencers that go there, and it was nice to see it in person. It was a lot bigger than I expected.
Yeah. What was your favorite machine you got to use? I know you said you were excited to use different machines.
I work out at home. I don't have that much equipment. So I don't know what it's called, but it was this chest machine, and it obliterated my lower chest. I loved it.
That's funny. Yeah, and then it had some nice basketball courts too, yeah?
Yeah, so overall, the place had, I think, 2 separate clothing stores. It had 3 gyms, 2 basketball courts, and a football field. So it was huge.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you didn't work out, but you were in the nice lounge area, and there's even a little like patio outside. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even the bathrooms were like super nice.
Yeah, it was a nice place.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we were kind of joking that you should make the commute every day down to Houston to go work out there.
I wouldn't mind staying down there just to go to that gym specifically.
That's funny. Yeah, so then and then we were in San Antonio, and we went to Natural Bridge Caverns. What was your take on that?
I thought that place was really nice. A little bit touristy,
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like if we could have walked around in our own pace, it would have been nice. But it was still nice to hear what he had to say and stuff like that. But it was really cool. I'd never seen anything like it before.
Yeah, that's wild. I've been into a few caves like that. That's definitely one of the nicer ones. I agree. Like, you're kind of stuck with the group, and it's single file because there's only so much space and everything. Mm-hmm. But I do think like hearing the history of it and just like some of those like formations in there are like millions and millions and millions of years old. It's just wild to think about that. I thought that was a cool place, and I definitely steered you wrong. I thought it was going to be cold, like most other caves.
Oh my goodness.
It was not.
Told me to bring a sweatshirt and ended up being 70 degrees, 99% humidity down there. Yeah. I was sweating by the end.
I know, for the listeners, I was like, I've been in some caves before. Like, they're usually a little bit chilly, especially in the morning when we were going. And then we get there, and the first thing the guy says is it's 70 degrees in there year round with 99% humidity. So it's 85 degrees in there. And we're like hiking up inside of there too. It's like, oops.
What did they say? 18 stories or something like that? Or something like that.
I was like, that's my bad. But I thought that was cool. And then what'd you think of the river walk?
That was nice. Definitely got a lot of steps in there. I got a little hot that day, but it was a nice walk. I could see why people walk there.
Yeah. I think it's a cool little place to hang out, and obviously you got the mall right there and everything. Yeah. So good place to spend some time. And then we went up in the tower as well. Got to see all the hills of Texas.
No, it's flat. It's very flat.
Yeah, I think I don't know how far you can see, but you can see a long, long ways.
You can see a long ways. I couldn't tell you the distance, but
it's wild. Yeah, what do you think? Seeing, especially since we got to see a lot of the countryside there. How does it compare to Washington?
It was a lot greener than I thought it would be. Maybe it's just because it was springtime, but a lot greener. I mean, no hills. It was a nice place. I didn't mind it. I didn't notice too much of a difference, but I could see people that, maybe from Texas that came here, they'd notice the hills.
Yeah.
But it was nice.
Yeah. Nice place. Ready to move down to Texas?
I wouldn't be able to last down there in the summertime.
Yeah.
I was hot as it was, and it was cloudy most of the time while we were down there. But
we actually got pretty good weather. I mean, it was like 60s and 70s, and it was cloudy most of the time. So
I think we had an hour of sunshine, and that was a rough hour for me.
Yeah, just imagine in July, August, it's like 110 and humid, and I couldn't do that either.
No.
And then let's see, what else did we get to do? The Alamo. What'd you think of the Alamo?
Also a little bit touristy.
Yeah, for sure.
They had vending machines everywhere, and it was kind of empty, I felt. And
there wasn't really much there, was there?
Not too original. And of course, there's just big buildings around it now. And it's right in the middle of the city.
Yeah, it seems, I mean, I was like, I'm glad the ticket was free because it was. I mean, it's just a small little
Yeah.
church that's pretty much all empty.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we got to go to that other cathedral there.
That was actually pretty nice.
Yeah, I thought
really nice
that was
place.
really nice. I think it was San Fernando Cathedral, right along the Riverwalk, but that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Some good statues and stuff in there too. But yeah, so with the whole experience, are you ready to become a world traveler?
I travel here and there. I don't think I'm gonna be, out there for a month traveling.
Yeah.
But, I'll go here and there, weekends and stuff. I could see myself doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think you would do more flying or like do like shorter road trips kind of thing?
It'd have to be a short road trip, or I'm flying. I think.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it too much. On the way back, I didn't end up getting a headache, and I could sleep a little bit, so it was nice and stuff like that. But I'd say if I'm driving too much, I'd rather just fly.
Yeah, for sure. I know that would be a long drive down to Texas.
Yeah, especially if I'm driving.
Yeah, that's a long ways. I know, when we were younger, we would always go to Wyoming with our family and, go hunting out there and everything. What do you think of those road trips?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Those are too long for me. Yeah. I'd fly. I think the 2-hour flight would be a lot better than that. But
2-hour flight or 2 days of driving.
Yeah, 2 full days too. It's not even.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you just see the same thing over and over again. It's like, all right. What'd you think of the food down there in Texas?
Terry Black's Barbecue was the best place I've ever been to, I think.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed the first night. We had In-N-Out, and it wasn't that good.
I almost had to kick Ryan off the trip because he said he didn't like it.
It was the first night too. I felt bad, but that wasn't that good. Whataburger was slightly better, but I still wouldn't have that. I don't know. I'm not a big fast food person, but Terry Black's Barbecue, that was amazing.
Yeah, that one's for sure the best.
Waiting outside, I think, and then we had our food within 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was worried. I was like, this is going to take probably like an hour to get our food and everything. But even though the line was, we were probably like 50th in line.
Yeah,
it was still only took 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, they kept it moving really, really fast.
Yeah, they got it down there because they're always busy. Yeah, that's such a good place. Like everything, even the sides are all really good.
Yeah, no, they were really good.
The brisket just melts in your mouth. Ugh. And then we got to see you got to see your first NBA game, right?
Yep, first NBA game. I've been to a WNBA game, saw the Seattle Storm play, but that was the first NBA game. It was nice. We were a little high up to, be amazed by the dunks, I think. Yeah. But it was still fun to see them, and it was a blowout. But
yeah, we got to see a lot of defense.
Yeah, I think it was 151 to 131 or something like that. A lot of offense.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, they just would come down and every 3 seconds shoot a three and make it. And go down. Same thing.
Minnesota, they won. They beat San Antonio. They shot 60% from the field almost.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man. And then we got to tour a couple colleges a little bit.
Oh yeah, Baylor, really nice. It's too expensive for me.
Yeah, that's a fancy one.
Texas, that was pretty much in the city. I don't know if I'm not that big of a city person, but it was still a really nice place. Then Texas A&M, we had, of course, Kyle Stadium. I'm sure you all saw that picture.
You like that one? I didn't actually
took
know
that picture, by the way. I was tempted to just turn the camera around and take a selfie instead, but
that's funny. Yeah, I didn't realize that was the name of their stadium, but I got there. I was like, oh, that works.
Claims he doesn't know. I beg to differ,
but that's the biggest campus I've ever seen.
Oh, that place was huge.
Place was huge. Baylor was pretty big too.
Yeah.
But yeah, even the stadium too was massive.
Yeah.
I can't imagine if you're trying to get from one end to the other to make your class, you're not going to make it.
You're not making it. You got to plan accordingly.
Yeah. Probably even on a bike, it'd be hard.
Yeah, no, you're not making that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, after this trip, is there any other places that like you really want to go to or that you'd be interested in seeing?
I'd say the East Coast. Just kind of touch my bases a little bit, but yeah, and then of course Hawaii. I haven't been there, and I'm a little hesitant to go outside the country, but I think that'd be nice too.
Yeah, Canada's an easy one to go
I'm
out
sure
for the first time.
That'd be my first one, I'm sure.
I know, like Vancouver is kind of pretty much the same as Seattle.
Yeah,
but a little bit nicer, I would say. But yeah, so why Hawaii and the East Coast?
I just haven't been there. I think Hawaii is just. I like the beach. I will say that I like just sitting and enjoying my time on the beach. East Coast is just different.
Yeah.
It just the other side of the U.S. I think it'd be cool to see. It doesn't really matter where, I don't think, but just somewhere down there, maybe Florida.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it'd have to be like wintertime or something.
Yeah,
so
it'd be hot down there.
Yeah,
yeah, same thing in Hawaii. It'd be hot and humid there. That's funny, but you could get. I'm sure you could get some good workouts on the beach.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I could.
I don't know if they have an Alpha Land there in Hawaii, but
no, there is a place that Mr. Olympia, Chris Bumstead, goes to down there. I'd like to visit that gym.
In Hawaii?
In Florida.
In Florida, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Florida's a unique place. I really would like to go explore it more. I've got to see a little bit of it, but like each part of it is like really different from the next in terms of like culture and weather and everything. It's a wild place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool spot. I would also say Boston, as we're recording this, the Boston Marathon is going on. Boston's one of my favorite cities for sure. Of course, I like all the history, and there's tons of history there. So
yeah, that'd be a nice place to go see.
That one's a little nicer in the summertime, or you'll stay a little bit cooler. But yeah, I don't know. There's so many cool places to see around the world and the country too. It's hard to pick, in my opinion. I feel like you'd also like San Diego as well.
Mm.
It's like Hawaii, but like the light version.
Oh, okay.
With a lot more city to it. But they got lots of good food down there and good beaches and everything, which is nice too. But we got lots of In-N-Outs there too, so you have to try it again.
Yeah, go buy my food from a grocery store.
Yeah, that's funny.
Even you said that In-N-Out wasn't the best, but
yeah, I like it. I would say that one that we had was not my favorite. I think in California it's better. And I also think that you got to get the animal fries for the fries to be good.
Okay. I didn't get the animal fries, and I did get the same burger as you though. Maybe I'll have to switch burgers next time.
Oh.
If there's a next time. We'll see.
Yeah. No, but that's a good fast food spot. And then Whataburger's the Texas burger chain, but it's all just hamburgers.
Yeah, it's just a hamburger at the end of the day.
Yeah. What'd you kind of learn from this trip, like about traveling in general?
I learned not to leave your car keys at Dave & Buster's. I did learn that.
Oh, that was embarrassing. I was like, I didn't even think about it. I mean, we left and we're walking around the Riverwalk, and then it wasn't until we went and I was going to buy a magnet, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I bought magnets today already. And I was like,
yeah,
I don't have my car keys either. And I was like, yep, I left them at Dave & Buster's.
Yep. That was a fun walk back.
Yeah. Luckily, we kind of had to go that way anyways.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was like, man, that's pretty embarrassing that I, wrote a book about travel advice and then I failed.
Well, yeah. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah. I'm gonna blame it. I was wanting to make sure that you were having a good time and enjoying everything.
Yeah.
I was worried
You're
about all that.
about me, you know.
Yeah. So technically, it's your fault.
Okay. Sure.
That's funny. That happens. That's part of travel too. It's like nothing ever goes like 100% according to plan. There's so many factors in it. Whether it's the flight gets delayed for the most random reason. I've never had that. We got delayed because the tire was punctured. I've never had that happen to me before.
But then it still met.
Yeah, it wasn't deep enough or something, which puts a lot of confidence in you.
Yeah. Like tire, it's not great, but
yeah, like it may or may not be okay when we land. We'll see.
It's got other tires, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, travel. I mean, I think it's a fun thing to do. It's definitely a lot of work. Like it's not. We were on the go a lot.
Yeah,
for sure. But I think you get to see and do a lot, and I think you get to come back with, a little bit different like mindset or different experiences.
It was definitely tiring, but I feel like we did everything we could.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't see Dallas, but that would have been another long drive up
That's
there.
a lot,
yeah. We saw Texas and we did a lot.
Mm-hmm. For sure. There's so much down there for sure. But any other thoughts on the trip?
The bats are cool.
Oh yeah, the bats. I forgot about the bats.
Yeah. We stood there, I don't know, 30 minutes.
Yeah, probably around there.
And then we came out the last, 10. And we watched them, and they were still going when we left. I don't know how long they lasted, but would you say largest bat colony in North America?
In North America, yeah, it's wild. I think it's like 10,000 bats or something like that. Yeah, which is insane. They just live under the one bridge too, which is crazy.
And I'm glad they had the people in the water there shining the lights. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to see them.
Oh yeah. It's kind of hard to see those, because they're coming out right after sunset.
Yeah.
But
I was wondering why the people were, off to the side and on the ground, but I'd realized you had to use the sky to see them.
Yeah. I think you can see because there's some that were going off one way and some that were the ones we were watching were coming out and then going underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
Get a little different perspective. But yeah, that's a wild experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little disappointed you weren't as excited as the lady next to me.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing! Never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, she was very excited. She was probably in her 70s.
Yeah, she wanted to make sure you saw him too.
Yeah,
even though you told her multiple times you've already seen him.
Yeah, I was definitely not as excited as she was either. No. She was like, "This is the greatest thing ever!" Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
I also wasn't excited as that one little girl on the plane.
Oh yeah,
she got excited for the plane ride.
Oh. I know your first flight. I thought you were going to be pointing everything out to me.
Oh yeah. Well, after the first 2 minutes, there was just clouds.
That's funny.
I had the crying kid on the way there.
Oh yeah,
the last little bit, and crying kid on the way back, but he was just crying in the airport.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, those kids in the airport. Felt bad for those.
Were they
parents.
on our flight? Or?
Yeah, they were. I think they were towards the back.
Okay. I was gonna say I didn't hear them. I was sleeping.
Yeah, they were a mess in the airport.
I was also mad. I missed out on my snacks on the airport or in the airplane ride going back.
Oh yeah,
I was asleep. I missed out on my cookie, my pretzels.
Yep. That's a big deal.
Yeah,
you could have got a free little Diet Coke or something.
Yeah, missed out. Oh. Snooze, you lose, I guess.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. They should. I've had it on some flights where they'll put a sticker or something saying I didn't get my snacks, whatever. If you're asleep, and then when they see that you wake up, they'll come bring you your stuff. Mm-hmm. But they don't usually do that.
Yeah,
in the U.S., I guess. But I don't know. It's an interesting experience, and Yeah, I did not enjoy sitting in the middle. I haven't sat in the middle in a long time on an airplane. Especially like, you're a bigger guy, like I'm a decently big guy, and we got seated next to two bigger guys on each flight.
Yep.
I was like in the middle, all cramped, trying to read my book.
Yeah, I was uncomfortable in my window seat. I don't know how you were doing.
Yeah, the middle seat's the worst for sure.
Yeah.
But I like the window because then you can sleep a lot easier.
Yeah.
You got more space for that. But I don't know. Any other thoughts that you have to share?
Airport's a wild place.
Yeah.
Going through security and stuff was kind of weird, but kind of what I expected, I guess. I was excited. My knee and elbow, I had multiple surgeries on those. They didn't set anything off.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked. I thought they would.
Yeah, because I got one screw in my knee. I think I got two in my elbow, but yeah, they didn't set anything off, so I was happy.
Yep, and didn't have to go get searched or anything either.
No,
so.
Didn't. Even though you told my mom I did.
Yeah.
Gave her a heart attack.
I thought I'd have a little fun.
Yeah.
No, but that's nice when it goes really smooth like that. Like we had both times going through. I think we're pretty smooth.
I did have one drink. I forgot my protein shake on the way there, but that was a little upsetting.
Yeah. This didn't have a bullet like my dad did.
Oh gosh.
That was a fun one. I think it scarred my sister for the rest of her life.
Where was that going to?
We were coming back we had gone hunting in Wyoming and then flew out of Colorado, out of Denver. And yeah, I forgot that it was in there.
They might be a little bit more used to that down there though.
Yeah. I don't think it was that big of a deal. He had to get searched.
Yeah.
His bag got searched, whatever.
Well, if you have a bullet, you might have a gun with you.
Yeah. I don't know. There's always something with security.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It was a fun trip. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed traveling with you and getting to show, what I do when I travel and get to show you some new places and everything. So hope you enjoyed it too.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I'm not to boost your ego or anything, but I was glad I had you with me because I would have done half the stuff maybe and thought I was doing a good job, going around. But we were really busy.
Yeah,
and it was well planned out.
Yeah, definitely did a little bit more than I planned, I would say. But
well, my trip to Alpha Land didn't help. That was another couple hours.
Well, I wasn't going to plan to go to the oil well either, but that was a little bit out of the way too. But yeah, I don't know. I just, when you get that short amount of time, you're traveling so far, I try to pack it in as much as I can.
Yeah. It's better than just sitting at a hotel and what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
That drives me crazy.
Yeah.
But
I did give you a lot of that in the trip. So I don't know. I didn't research anything.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what they had down there, what they wanted to do. But
yeah. I always like to have options. Here's some things that I saw that I think would be cool, but we can adjust it however. I think it's good to have a little bit of a plan, but also have a lot of flexibility to adjust it as you need to, for sure. Awesome. Any last thoughts before we hop off here?
I think that's it.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it was great traveling with you, and hopefully we get to travel again soon.
Yep.
All right. Bye, everyone.
All right.
Hey everybody, Kyle here. If you enjoyed today's show and want more, you can always check out every episode on Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, and now Amazon Music as well. Just search for Our Travel Experiences on any of those platforms and it will pop up. You can also find everything all in one place on my website, ourtravelexp.com. And if you want to see my travel pictures as well as travel pictures from guests on the show, you can check them out on Instagram. The page is called Our Travel Experiences Podcast. And if you want to share your own pictures on the Instagram page or be a guest on the podcast, you can message me via that Instagram page or email me at ourtravelexperiences@outlook.com. I would love to see your pictures and hear about your travel experiences, so please send them my way. And if that isn't enough for you, make sure to check out my weekly YouTube show, From Around the World Fridays. Every Friday, I'm taking 5 to 10 minutes to answer questions from listeners, share some souvenirs that I bought over the years, share my postcards over the years that I've accumulated, or share videos and pictures from one particular city or country that I visited, and so much more. So check it out, guys. You won't be disappointed. And make sure you go subscribe to that as well. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you somewhere around the world soon.